Are you ready to party? Let's go.
Rick Van Tuyl, welcome to the podcast, dude.
Thank you.
This has been a long time coming.
Pretty much.
Yeah, long, and man, your beard. I'm not used to seeing you with a beard.
That makes me look fucking old. It's way old.
Oh, dude, you look good.
Well, I try to.
I know, man. And you just retired from the fire service.
A year and a half ago.
Man, how many years you put in?
28.
Wow. 28 freaking years.
Yep.
And doesn't it feel good to be done?
It does. I highly suggest to anybody to do it.
It's just to everyone, retire as
Yes.
soon as you can, responsibly.
Whenever it stops getting fun,
Yeah.
pull the plug.
Oh, so I've been 15 years and I stopped having
Should
I go?
My condolences.
No, but dude, thank you so much for coming and being here. I've wanted to have you on here for a long time. So everybody knows, you and I met through our motorcycle club, which is Men of Fire, MC. We prospect together.
Yes, we did.
We had a good time, dude.
I had a blast.
That was actually a fun time. Was that a year? No, it wasn't a year.
Yeah, like 8 months.
It was
6
8 months and fucking felt like a year. It
Right.
was a good time, dude.
Especially in Sacramento.
Oh, I know. Boy, some wild times, boy.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it all worked out good. We ride motorcycles together. You and I have a lot in common because we like to do the endurance sports.
Yes.
So you do triathlons, you cycle a lot, you run, swim. So it's really cool that you're on here because it's hard for me sometimes to explain doing that with people or explaining that to people, like doing it. It's like,
Right.
oh, you're crazy, you're doing all this. But knowing that there's a fellow psychopath out there that does this is a great feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah, great feeling. So what? So people know, like, when did you start doing? You did an ULTRAMAN a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And then before you did an ULTRAMAN, you did an event where you helped somebody that was physically disabled, right? You pulled them through the race.
Yes.
Which one was that, dude?
Well, it's called guiding. I
Okay.
guide people. And after I did ULTRAMAN Canada 8 years ago, I wanted to help other people. And I don't know how it is, but I got this brainiac idea that I want to help blind people ride bicycles.
Yeah.
So it took a couple of years, and then I got Blind Stokers of San Diego. They gave my number to this lady up in Whittier, and we talked on the phone. I went and met her because her son is, like, at the time he was early 30s with cerebral palsy.
Oh, wow.
And so I went up and I met her and him, and she goes, "You seem like a really great guy, competent on a bike, but I don't want to put you on a bike with my son because he kind of shuffles when he walks.
Oh, okay.
And he can't communicate."
Right.
So I said, "Well, if I can borrow your bike, I will take one of my kids and have him ride on the back and, offer him lunch."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Okay, yeah, you could take his bicycle." So I put this tandem bicycle in a Prius that I drove, shoved everything in there, took the wheels off.
You put a tandem bike in a small Prius?
Dude,
You
it
must look like a psychopath.
I looked like a weirdo. And so one thing led to another. I met another guy that was moved down from San Francisco.
Okay.
And he goes, "Does anybody want to ride bikes?" But I don't have a bike. And I go, "I got a bike, but I've never ridden." And he goes, "Well, I'll teach you what I know."
On the bike, they have to be tandem to do this, right?
Yeah, so with Talmadge, the cerebral palsy kid, he gets on the bike and he hangs onto the handlebars and they clip his feet in, but his feet go around, but he doesn't really generate power.
I see.
So it's kind of like drag him around. So I've done a couple sprint triathlons with him, and it's kind of like you push him along in the swim, and
Okay.
then they get him on the bike. Then we'll have someone follow on the bike so that if his feet come unclipped out of the pedals, or he'll start touching me on the back or playing with my butt, it's like, "Hey, put your hands back on the handlebars."
Yeah.
And then we usually have someone follow as a
Okay.
chase to make sure it's like, "Hey, his foot came out of the pedals."
Yeah.
Because I can't tell.
Yeah.
And then we get down on the bike, then we'll get on the run, and then we put him in a jogger, and then we'll run in that. So I've done probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 triathlons with him.
Now, your triathlons sprint or shorter than the Olympic?
Yes.
Have they all been sprint triathlons?
With him, yes.
Okay.
And then I've gone to blind cycling camps.
Okay.
At Colorado Springs at the training center up there.
Yeah.
And I've just met some great people. And, when I was a fireman, I have one guy, he goes, "Hey, I need someone to guide me at the Paranationals in Augusta. And I'm thinking like, I don't want to take time off of work. And
Yeah.
I go, try and find someone else. But if you can, I'll do it. And so he goes, I can't find anybody. So got time off, flew back to Georgia, and we came in third.
Dang. Now, when you in the swim, remember, was it Team Hoyt?
Yes.
Remember them? Was
Yes.
it like that in the swim where he's kind of in a raft, or were they actually like, was he swimming?
No. You mean Talmadge?
Yeah.
No, we're in wetsuits.
Okay.
So he kind of like is in the water up and down.
Okay.
And you kind of just push him along. But part of his physical therapy with his therapist and his mom is he will actually put like noodles under him and he will swim.
Okay.
But in a race, it's more of you're just kind of side stroking and pushing him along.
But so it's not like he's fully incapacitated.
No.
But you're doing 90% of the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like one of the greatest memories is we were racing in Palm Springs in December, colder than shit.
I say that's gotta be freezing cold, man.
You put your head in the water and it's like that ice cream headache, man.
Yeah.
My feet didn't get unnumb
That's
until
the worst in cycling.
I was
Was
on
it cycling
the run.
or everything? The run too?
In the run. And so we were going, and he doesn't talk,
Yeah.
but he makes noises.
Yeah.
And he's squealing. And I talked to the guy that's following us. I go, I've never heard these kind of squeals before. Are they good or bad? He goes, well, he's real excited, but he's probably really cold too.
Poor guy can't
It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
But
man.
you get done, and he's got a big, huge smile on his face.
Oh, it's priceless, man.
Oh, yeah.
You're making an impact on someone's life.
Yeah,
It's huge,
yeah.
right? It's like you're sacrificing a little bit of yourself physically and time, of course, some money. But a lot of people can't do that.
No,
a lot of people can't do, the things that we do, but then to actually have somebody in tow.
Oh yeah.
That's another, 160 pounds?
Oh yeah.
And that's a big deal on a bike because, my little dog, you saw her,
Yeah.
right? I have this doggy backpack specific for her. And I got the thing
You're
called...
one of those guys.
Oh, yeah, dude. And I got these goggles. They're called doggles.
Oh, I've seen them.
Yeah, they go
on
over her
motorcycles.
ear. Yeah, and it goes under her chin. It wraps around her head, and she goes right in the bag, and her arms stick out. And she puts them on my shoulders, and I'll go cycle with her like 30 miles. I want to do like one of my 50, 60 mile rides. It's too far for her, too long. I'll do like 25
cool.
miles. But just that 8 pounds,
Oh yeah.
just the 8 pounds alone of a dog on my back is a lot.
Yeah.
Like it makes my cycling that much harder. I have to slow way down.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine you have another human in tow. That's got to be exhausting.
It is, but it's only a little bit of time in the race.
I got you.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of helping other people. Being of service to other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, and what's the longest that you've done any race helping someone that's what do you call it? Do you call it Paralympics type thing, or is it special needs? I'm trying to think of the right term.
I just say visually impaired
Visually impaired? Okay.
for most of them. Talmadge has got cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
So the longest race would have been probably the Paranationals because it was like a 56-mile road race.
56 miles on a tandem road bike?
Yeah, but that was with another guy that he's able-bodied.
Okay.
He's totally like, yeah, we're clicking, we're going, we're
Oh, wait. So this is like another legit cyclist is with you.
oh totally.
Oh,
Like
dude.
yeah,
Let's
like
go, boy.
yeah, like one of my goals is what I want to do is I want to guide someone in Ironman, and I had someone until COVID hit
Oh my God.
when everything shut down. So
How bad did COVID ruin racing? Because you remember during COVID, I had a massive brain injury, so I was
Yeah.
down for a year, anyways.
yeah,
But I mean, because I remember doing my ultra marathons,
right.
and for the longest time, when I first got into it, it was like, hey, to do an ultra marathon, you need to run just prove that you ran a marathon first.
Right.
So you have to send in like your official ranking on a marathon. Okay, good, you can do it. All right, to run a 100K, 62 miles, you need to show that you ran a 50 miler. Some of them are a certain amount of time, some aren't, but you have to show. And someone told me like, dude, everything's wide open. They're like, just bring it, just come run, give it a shot.
Well, I know in some of them, like ULTRAMAN, you have to still do a qualifying event,
Okay.
which is an iron distance or kind of equivalent
Wow.
in under, I think it's 14 and a half hours.
Well, so everyone that's listening knows when you talk about an Ironman distance in a triathlon, what are distances and kind of like what event is first out of 3? Because we have
Swim, bike, run.
swim, bike, run. Okay.
2.4 mile swim, 112 bike, and a marathon.
All in one day.
26.2.
All one day.
Well, hopefully less than 14 and a half hours, or I'm looking for another race to do.
Oh, so you have to get on how much? What time?
14 and a half.
Dude, all 3, 112 miles?
Yeah.
How many? Is that like 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours?
On the bike?
Yeah.
Around 6.
Jeez, bro. And was there elevation?
No, but I usually suck because I usually push too hard on the bike.
Okay.
And I fucking walk the run. I walk way too much. It's like, this really hurts. I really hate this sport.
When I was doing triathlons, cycling was my strongest.
Oh, yeah.
I would make up a shit ton of time cycling.
I do, but then I slow down on the run, so it's all for naught.
Yeah, I remember one time, just for fun, I did the Los Alamitos reverse triathlon.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's actually fun. It's a sprint. It's a good time because, you're used to swimming, bike, and run.
Uh-huh.
Well, you swim last.
You better not drown.
Dude, there was one year I've done it 4 times. There was one year, I was in my 20s. I didn't care, right? So I didn't have the proper nutrition or hydration. And the night before, I went out drinking. I put it back. And I'm like, I wake up at 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, this race is at like 6:30. I got to get over there. Dude, I was dying.
Well, hell yeah,
Absolutely
you are.
dying. Yeah, I vomited during the bike ride.
I could only imagine a hangover, just a regular hangover,
Dude.
not a racing hangover.
I remember like the gun went off and we started with the run and I thought to myself, oh shit, I messed up.
Yep.
I shouldn't have gone drinking last night. Like, this is not going to work out like I thought it was. And I got done with the run and I felt terrible. I got on the bike and as soon as I got in that aero position, you know how you're all crunched in? Dude, immediately started freaking heaving. And it just vomited all over the bike the whole time. I just kept going. I remember just felt like I was riding. I was making good time. I think I was holding 26 miles an hour. I was just pumping, dude, because it's only 13 miles.
Right.
I think it's less than that, 10. And dude, I was going just, and I heard this person go, "Oh my God, that's disgusting." And I thought in my head, like, bitch, I'm beating you anyways. Who cares?
Right. Don't get close.
Yeah.
Don't draft off me.
And then I got into the pool.
Yep.
Legs wouldn't work. Completely cramped up, locked up.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, just pointed toes and everything, dude. Calves were shaking and quivering. I was just in the water, just screaming. I kept going thinking, dude, you got to finish. It was 800 meters.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad. But
you made it. You're here.
I made it, dude. And I remember that was the most miserable I've ever been in a race. And ever since then, no alcohol before a race for like at least a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I just cut it out.
So you haven't raced for a long time.
Actually, I trained today. Okay. I went and did a trail run, 7 miles with 1,000 feet of climbing.
Right on. You got a race coming up.
Very uncomfortable. I have a 50-miler coming up.
Is it in Malibu or Malibu Canyon?
Oh, man, I got to look. It's somewhere in Malibu. I'll just say that. I don't know which one. I think it might be called the Ray Miller. I'm trying to remember, dude. I don't know why. I should probably remember these things. But yeah, so I got a 50-mile race, and then I'm going to do the Catalina 50-miler in January.
Oh, I heard that's brutal.
Dude, I
heard that's
that
brutal.
was my first ultramarathon back in 2013. It's wild, dude.
50 miles?
It's 50 miles. I want to say we did like 8,000 to 10,000 feet of climbing. It was brutal. Brutal.
I've never ran 50 miles other than ULTRAMAN.
It's like your ULTRAMAN. You're slowing it down.
Yeah, but you're not getting tired with a swim and a bike.
True. But, man, you've probably experienced
I've always
this.
wanted to run that Catalina race.
Dude, just do it. Come with me.
I know. I'll be
have
trained
nobody to
up.
do it with.
I'll
Yeah.
be trained up for Ironman in November.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of time.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and you'll have enough rest time in between because I usually cruise. I'm at like 13-minute mile or less. And my strategy is I always cruise in the flats, hike in the uphill, and then I catch up time on the downhill.
Oh, totally.
That's
Never walk it downhill. Never walk it downhill.
No, dude. Not at all, man. So that race, you have a race in November. Which one is it again?
Ironman Arizona, November, I think 20th.
Okay. What is your training like for that?
I pay a guy to just tell me what to do.
You don't even know. You're just like, whatever he tells you to do, you're going to do.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to work. It's like, okay, what's on the training schedule?
But
okay,
you're talking about, swimming 2.5 miles is not easy.
It's not hard.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't do that, dude.
Well, a lot of people can't get out of bed much.
Well, most people are very sedentary.
So
Very
here's the reason why I got a coach. Because I will, and this is, so the other day,
Yeah.
I had I don't know what 2-hour bike ride, 3-hour bike ride, whatever it was.
How far is that?
I don't know. It was like 35 miles.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be an easy bike ride where you could talk. Well, I'm by myself, so I don't got to talk. So I'm listening to music and I'm going, man, my heart rate's too high. I think I pushed it too hard. So knowing that I push too hard usually, it's like I push too hard on the easy days and too easy on the hard days. But if it was just me, I'm just going to go long and hard every day.
Yeah, it's hard to.
That's why I have a coach. So he's going to tell me, like, here's your rest day. Here's your days that, everything complements everything. And right now I'm dealing with a calf injury, so he's got me heavy on the bike, so I'm getting my endurance up.
Yeah.
So that's why I pay somebody, man. I'm a knucklehead.
Well, that's aren't we all though? But that's kind of the toughest part I find for myself, because you can go on these forums, or I said forums. Do they still have forums? Like Reddit. We look up stuff on social media or articles on training and all that stuff.
Right.
But I mean, they vary so much.
Oh, totally.
From trainer to trainer or runner to runner who does it on their own.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone's time is different, right? Like with the time you go to work and the time you have to go to the gym, whether you have kids or a full,
Oh, if I was a normal person, what I consider normal, like not fireman,
yeah,
I would never do Ironman races.
I don't know how they do it.
I could get up at 4 a.m. and go swim for an hour and then go to work and then squeeze in and run at lunch and something else. I was like, ain't enough time in the day.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it.
I don't either.
I don't.
Hats
kudos
off to
them, dude. Yeah,
Hats off to them.
yeah. Because they're working 9 to 5.
Yep.
Kids, wife, or the wife has a husband, kids, and they got to put in hours.
Yeah.
Multiple upon multiple hours of running and swimming.
Aren't we lucky that we stood in that line?
Oh my God, yes. I'm just glad I passed the test.
Oh, they didn't have a test when I got hired.
Ah, no way,
It was
dude.
the test was fill the application out.
Oh my gosh.
Straight into a captain's oral to the chief's oral.
Wow. And then they just picked you up and they train you on the spot, right? Train you at the station?
Yeah.
Yeah, so excuse me, it's so different now.
Yeah, now they can't fill the spots.
Well, I mean, I think that the job field, at least as like civil servants, is changing.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of people don't want to do it. It's the sign, the sign of authority, but it's different culture and changing times. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of ways to make good money besides working for the government.
Oh, totally.
So it's just different, dude.
Yeah. I mean, even with a new retirement system they have.
Oh, well, yeah. I think they can't retire till what, 57?
Yeah.
So
Something
why
like
get
that.
hired before 27? You're going to be doing like 35, 36 years.
Yeah.
Like, not happening. I'm not going to do
I'm
that.
in shape, and I couldn't imagine working another 5 years. I mean, I'd like to still say I could, but it's like, holy crap.
Well, you've probably seen it because, I only have 15 years on, but from the time I got in the fire service to now, it's a huge shift.
Oh, yeah.
Much, much different.
Yeah.
So from when you got on
Oh,
to
yeah.
when you retired, it had to be a major shift for you too. Like, man, things have changed a lot.
It was. I mean, there was a lot. I mean, a lot of, box checking, make sure you do this, make sure you do this. A lot of, CYA for the department.
It's all about money and lawsuits.
Oh, yeah.
They're just trying to cover their butts, dude.
It's, yeah. But it's funny. I still remember, like, we were rolling, like, I had a rookie with me right when I retired.
Yeah.
Like, he was on, like, 4 months. And we're going code to some call. Don't even know what it is. I go, this is so fucking rad. And he's like looking at me, and my captain goes, what? I go, this. We're fucking rolling code down the road. This is bitching. And I'm laughing. Yeah. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Like, till I quit. And then, as soon as we pull up and set the brakes, it's like, okay, game face, let's go.
Right.
And the guy's like, what just happened? It's like, dude, let's go have fun.
Happy to do my job. What's the one thing I think is special about our career field is if you have the right crew.
Oh, yes.
And the right people. It doesn't matter if you're a slow station or just a hammer house.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to work to hang with your buds and make a difference.
Oh, I had so much
It's not
fun.
like you're going to work. It's so different. Where a lot of people, I think I read articles like 80% of Americans hate their job.
Yeah.
Rick, can you imagine 80% of our dudes at work would just come to work hating their life?
I'd transfer to a different station.
Oh my God, dude. I'd be like, I'm out of here, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, hey, it's sad because look how much life is being wasted.
Oh, totally.
And I feel like, man, they always say it, but like, dude, thank God I'm in where I'm at because to me, I always think, oh, it's cool. I get to go to work today.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I have to go and I got to do this. I'm like, dude, I get to go to work.
I could honestly say there was probably more times than not, I would go to work just to recover from stuff.
I know.
Just from life.
I know.
You know, your kids and school
Yeah.
and whatnot. It's just like, I'm going to go to work and not really think until a call comes in.
Yeah.
It's like, then I know what I got to do.
I think
it's autopilot.
A lot of being a young man, but growing into my own man and firefighter, so much happens at that coffee table.
Oh, totally.
I mean, you learn how to do plumbing. You learn how to do electrical. You're dealing with relationship stuff. This guy's been divorced. This guy's got a freaking drywall.
Yeah, but
hey, this guy's selling his truck.
Do you really want marriage advice from a guy that's been divorced 3 times? It's like, I'm going to do opposite of what you do, man.
Oh, but so much happens there.
Oh,
I mean,
totally.
it's the heart of the firehouse, big time, dude. The funniest jokes, the
yeah.
craziest ideas coming up.
Well, but I look at it too this way, that it's like, you get a lot more experience from the people that you're working with.
Oh, yeah.
Because like if me thinking about how to raise kids on my own, it's like, I don't know, I never had kids. So this is kind of hard.
Yeah, yeah.
You just pick the brains of the guys that are there. You got 4 other guys, you know, whether they have kids. And then it's like, well, oh yeah, your kid's like 4. This is what's going to happen.
Right.
6. And then, you know, they kind of give you like little, how things are going to go down the road. And it's like a life hack.
I know, man. It's so, it's really hard to explain to civilians.
Oh, it is.
When we do it, they're just like, well, what do you guys do all day in the firehouse? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's just like living in another home, but we got things we got to do.
The things that are changing now is like, you're busy.
Yeah.
It ain't like you're sitting around doing nothing.
No, it's busy now.
Yeah, it's like all that busy work.
No, it's so different. But for me too, like promoting recently it's been nice because it's such a different position, different responsibility. So it's kind of like you have this little bit of romance behind the fire department back again. You know, you're kind of like stoked to come to work. It's something new, and it's been fun. It's been a little bit of not a rough change, but it's just different because you're used to kind of being the firefighter, and you're in there and you're doing your thing, and you promote out. You're just like, wait,
Wait, I'm gonna set the pump and watch a gauge.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's it, huh? That's all you gotta do.
Hey, can I come in and play?
Oh, I know, dude. God, dude. But getting back to your cycling, dude.
Okay.
Well, I'm really interested because there's a lot of people who do listen to this who are interested in doing ultramarathons, starting cycle, or doing triathlons, Ultraman. Like, what should they expect? How many hours a week they can start learning to put into exercise and train and get their bodies ready for it? Because it's not like it happens overnight. We know that. It takes months. It takes time.
Right.
You know, it takes diet, rest, sleep. I mean, so where did you start? What would you suggest to somebody get into this stuff?
So I started I did a sprint triathlon when I was like 30. Hated it. Almost drowned in the water. Hermosa Beach triathlon. It was horrid. I think I made up swim strokes.
That's a big one, though, isn't it?
It
is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it was a sprint. It was like, I go, how hard can it be to swim? I already cycle, and I was running to work. I think I was a rookie still. And it was like I was making up swim strokes. I was like side stroke and back stroke, and it was a half-mile swim. And I got done. I go, that was fucking stupid. I ain't never doing that again.
Yeah.
Then I got married.
Oh, boy.
And we were in Hawaii. We got married in Hawaii, and me and a buddy swam out to a buoy and back. And I got done. I go, I'm going to do a half Ironman.
Oh, wow. Just like that.
That was it. It was like, I'm going to do a half Ironman. Because to me, it's like, it was going to be hard, but I'll do it.
Wow.
And so I got back. I started training for it. And I actually thought I was worried about the swim. So I did a fundraiser, not a fundraiser, but raised money for Challenge Athlete Foundation. Because I found out that if you raise a certain amount of money, they're going to put you in the first wave because it's a wave start.
Oh, okay.
And so I was going to get an extra 45 minutes to swim before they cut the time off for the swim.
Oh,
so
smart,
I was like
dude.
super worried about it. I think I finished the swim in like 50 minutes, but I at the time I had no idea what it was going to be like.
Right.
And so I did that race. I go, okay, I kind of like the training. And then I did some other halves and sprints. And then I was talking to a buddy, and I go, yeah, I think I want to do an Ironman, but I don't know if I could do it. Yeah. And he goes, if you could do a half, you could do a full. It's just the mindset. It's just a slower day.
It's kind of what they say with marathons, right? If you can do a half, you can do a full.
Yeah, and I mean that's the way I think. If you could do an Ironman, you could do a ULTRAMAN. You know, it's
I don't know, bro.
Dude, look at me. I'm telling you, the hardest part about all of those races between your ears.
Oh, dude, you're not
it's
kidding.
It's all mental.
Well, dude, when I did the 100K, it was a 62-mile run in Orange County. Rick, I had nothing left. Mentally, physically, right. I was busted up. I got to 62 and I finished, and I thought, I don't have anything left. I don't know how people can go run or go cycle now and then go swim or run 40 more miles to make 100 miles.
So I thought about that. Okay, so in a marathon, people hit the wall at like mile 22, 23, right?
Yeah.
You hear about that all the time. And I thought about this. I go, well, I'm fucked if I hit the wall at 22. Because I still got,
That's early, right?
I still got like 32 miles to go. 30, whatever it is. So it's like, I can't afford to do that. And I got it in my head that hitting the wall in a marathon is a mental thing. People buy into that bullshit that you're going to hit the wall and you're going to crumble.
It's almost like, okay, I'm coming to mile 22. Like, yeah. Better get ready for the wall. So it's like you're making the wall.
Yeah.
Right? You're making your own wall. It doesn't have to be there. Okay, I get you.
So it's like when you finish your 62-mile race, you go, how would you do another 40?
Oh,
you're training your mind that you're going to run 100 miles and not stopping at 62.
It's true.
It's all about the training. And I'm a super big believer. Like some of my training rides are going to be like 6-8 hours. I'm just going to go
You have
away.
to though, right?
So, yeah, but the part of it is you're training your brain at the same time. Now, if you could ride your bike for 4 hours, you could definitely ride it for 6.
Okay.
But to me, the magic happens in the last 2 hours. Where you're going, I really don't want to do this. I really hate my bicycle right now. I'm really, and you start.
It's windy.
It starts.
You're just fighting.
Your mind is just like fucking going everywhere
right.
sideways. And it's like, that's where the beauty and the magic happens.
Well, it's amazing how far a human can push themselves if they actually, like you said, worked on the mental toughness.
Oh, totally.
Because for me, in my life, physically, like, let's go. Like today, I got off work. I'm going for a trail run. I need to climb 1,000 feet.
Right.
However long that takes me, that's what I'm going to do. Or today, I'm going surfing. I'm going to do all this stuff. And where I have the most time sometimes is the mental toughness.
Oh, yeah.
Is that part where the emotional and mental toughness put together.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm like, dude, sometimes I'm going through stuff. And Rick, I'm like, I'd rather go run 60 miles right now.
Oh,
I'd rather just be suffering.
Totally.
Like, what the F is going on?
Oh, when I was going through my divorce, it's like I would so much rather have the physical pain than the emotional pain.
Absolutely.
It's so brutal.
It's hard because it's like you can't escape it. It's just there.
Yeah.
And you're like, God, you go to bed with it. You wake up with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, holy hell.
Yep.
But that's also kind of why we know the importance of mental health. You've been doing stuff, I think we both did actually, for Fire Hooligans.
Yes.
Right? And that's with our boy John Breeden. Shout out, dude.
Yes.
He's in the club as well. You want to explain some of Fire Hooligans, what they stand for?
So Fire Hooligans it started off as a motorcycle race team. But I don't think we've ever had a motorcycle race.
Get on it, John.
And then you and I were talking that maybe we could raise money in ultra races.
I remember that,
or endurance races. Yeah. And so I think I've done one or two.
Yeah.
I probably raised about 50 cents. I got really cool kits to wear.
Good, I know, right?
And but right now, I went to a conference. I want to say back in May. It was in
I remember that
Tucson.
Yeah.
It was an amazing conference.
Okay.
And I went to kind of like network with these people.
Okay.
For how to benefit PTSD and fire service.
Like raise money for it or help out?
Just get resources of anything, because Fire Hooligans doesn't have a whole lot. We're like at the ground level trying to figure out what kind of a service we could provide to firefighters. Mm-hmm. And so I went to them, and one of the contacts I made was Lighthouse Health and Wellness.
Okay.
And John and I just had a Zoom call with the founder of it a couple weeks ago. And what they do is they have an app. It'll be like a Fire Hooligan app, and it will be for PTSD.
Okay.
And so when we were talking to him, I go, okay, that's all well and good. It's like people could read up on PTSD and things like that. I go, but if someone goes, I need to talk to someone, they don't want to read something. I go, we need like therapists.
We need
Like,
a therapist on call.
Yeah, kind of like that. And he goes, okay, well, it's hard to find therapists throughout the country. There he goes, there's like, I want to say he said like 500 PTSD first responder therapists in the country. 500 in the country.
In the country.
Because it's like you have
What?
not any, like there could be a lot of PTSD therapists,
Right.
not for first responders. Because we are kind of like a different breed. It's like, how many
yes,
times
we
have
are.
you been in a class and that, you know, that the department's putting on, whether it's, hey, we're going to talk about what you could do in the workforce, or they're going to bring in a psychologist or something and talk to you about PTSD, and they have no idea how we operate.
Right.
They don't talk our talk.
Yeah.
So it's what Lighthouse was saying, that it's like you have to be vetted to be able to be in this network.
So it's much more complicated.
Yeah, it's more than just like a piece of paper saying, "Oh, I'm a therapist, I can help you."
Right, right.
So it's that they know how to deal with first responders.
God, you would think that our country, I don't even know what a country or states would have something for their first responders, knowing what we go through, because the reality is the real epidemic is the mental health in first responders.
Well, that's mental health in everywhere.
It's terrible.
It is terrible, but when you look at like how workers' comp works, I know how my city is.
It sucks.
They say no to everything.
They don't care about you. They don't care about your health and you getting better.
No.
They care about saving money.
Yeah,
It's all about how can we deny this claim.
yeah.
I'm thinking,
And it's like-
wait a minute, but this is wrong.
So I would rather go pay my own surgeon to give surgery on me and take a month off than have to jump through hoops and be off work for 6 months,
Right.
because that's what they make you do.
Dude. Wow.
So that's what we're trying to do with Fire Hooligans right now with that.
Okay.
So
Man. So John, are you still racing for? Because I was actually thinking about talking to him once I do my ultra. Start doing my ultra. Start in December, because I think I have 6 races I signed up for.
really,
Yeah, it's gonna be a little
give
rough,
me your schedule. I want to go.
Oh, dude, you down to train a little bit? Look, man, my training grounds is Crystal Cove. When I go
down
run,
the street from me.
yeah, that's.
Would you lose my phone number already?
Oh man, I'm sorry. No. I just got called out.
Hey, I'm retired. I can go anywhere.
I know.
Oh, wait, I'm probably on a trip.
You probably will be traveling, but I have a bunch of different loops there. Like today, I had a 7-mile loop. I have a 10. I have a 13. I have a 30, and I have a 40.
See, I'll go out there now because it's like getting cooler, so the snakes are gone.
Oh yeah, summertime.
I don't like
is
snakes.
rough, dude. Yeah, I came across a lot of rattlers in the summer, man. It was sketchy.
Dude, I was over top of the world and it happened. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was a lot actually, and
Yeah.
then it actually burned. Some of Crystal Cove burned during the Pacific or Emerald Fire, whatever fire it was in May.
Yeah.
I think it was in May, but I don't know. I was running through today. I'm like, oh shoot, it burned all the way up here. This is crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, as you know, where I go train and mountain bike and run those trails, it goes on forever.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it goes.
You can get lost.
Oh my God, yeah. That's what I love about it. You can really run out there and put in as many miles as you want and as much climbing as you want. And it's so unique because it's right by the ocean.
Well,
It's
yeah.
perfect.
It's close, but it seems like it's forever away when you're out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And for me, what's made my running and cycling stronger is trail running and mountain biking because of all the anaerobic
I
exercise.
hate mountain biking.
Oh man, I love it, dude.
Dude, I crash too much.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. I have a 29er. So I don't have like that
You should be
full
proud.
crazy suspension under your seat. You know, like I only have it in the front. It's a Cannondale lefty. So I don't have full suspension. But I do it for the uphill. So like the downhill, I won't bomb so hard because one, I don't want to wreck and
Right.
get hurt and bust up a $5,000 bike. Like that's not happening. Like that would just crush me. I'm like, dude, I got to do this again. So for me, it's just the uphill. That's all it is. It's made my road biking and it's made my running so freaking strong. So when there's like, you know, it is when there's like a little hill in a race.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell who's been running hills
Oh, yeah.
and getting elevation and who hasn't. Because you'll get a
totally.
little grade and people just start dying, dude. They're like, fuck.
Oh, I better walk this hill.
I love it. I'm just like, dude, I'm gone. I've been training like this for a long time.
Well, that's like training. Like for me,
Yeah.
my favorite weather to train in, the rain.
Really?
Love the rain.
Oh, do you like cycling in the rain?
I do.
Oh, you're an animal, dude. I hate cycling in the rain. Cycling in the rain.
Here, like you're talking about different people, like in races. I've been in races and it's raining, and it's like, oh, this is beautiful. This is so much fun. Like I did when I did
nuts.
ULTRAMAN in Hawaii. It rained on us like 5 hours, and people were like afraid. They were going slow down the hill. It's like, dude, if you know how to ride in the rain, you're golden.
Boy, it takes practice. I have gone down. Being caught in the rain, dude, and I've gone down hard. My big old butt.
Don't ride there on the paint.
I know that's what happened, dude.
Exactly.
Oh, I was coming down PCH
Okay.
near Seal Beach Boulevard.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? PCH, Seal Beach Boulevard come together.
Yeah.
But instead of going straight through and getting to the riverbed, I thought, hey, I'm going to make a right turn on PCH and just get a little bit of more elevation and some climbing in. Because, it goes up just a little bit. and
Yeah.
Down. Man, I came down. It was raining, and I thought I was doing good. It was like right in the apex of the turn. I hit the paint, dude. I hit the bike. Oh, man. Dude, I slid all the way across the lanes and hit the median. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah.
I was sliding. I'm like, dude, I'm getting run over. It's over. I'm done. There's a car or a semi coming, like full on final destination. Hit the center median and looked around.
How was your bike?
My bike was actually okay.
See, that's all that matters.
Because it wasn't like a over the handlebar. Over
Right.
the handlebars is the worst.
Oh yeah.
Your bike's going to get tossed. Like, you don't know what's happening.
Right.
But I just slid. That was it. And I kind of had the wherewithal to kind of pull the bike up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that was about it. But after that, man, I had a huge, dude, my whole right side of my hip was just black and blue.
Oh yeah.
I hit so freaking hard. I thought I broke it, dude. I just thought, dude, my hip's broken. Like, I'm fucked.
Yep.
It's over. But it worked out okay. But that's why for me in the rain, after that, I was thinking, I can't do this.
Oh, I
I
love
can't
it.
ride in the rain.
I love it. In that race in Hawaii, we got done. They go, how was the race? How was the day? I go, that was probably one of the top rides, the most funnest I've ever had in over 30 years of biking.
That's rad, dude.
And they go, oh, that's kind of odd. I go, why? And they go, everyone says this is the worst day they've ever had. I go, dude, this was amazing.
Oh, that's rad, dude.
Oh,
my
I love inclement weather
Yeah.
to race in because most people won't do it.
People do drop. Oh, yeah. A lot of people drop out.
They will not do it and they suffer for it.
Yeah. 1 year I did the Catalina what was it? Okay, so I've done the half marathon in Catalina, done their full marathon, and I did the ultra marathon. One of those, it wasn't a half. It was either the marathon or the ultra marathon. I still do kind of both. I can't remember, but the rain came in.
Yeah.
I want to say half the people in the race just dropped out, went to the bar. Bars were raging. It was awesome. I was like, well, okay.
How much fun is it to run in the rain though?
Okay, so
No, do you like running in the rain?
I actually like running in the rain.
Right.
Cycling for me, I don't know why. It was just more miserable. I don't know why, but running's fun.
I look at it like I'm a grown up,
Yeah.
but it reminds me of being a kid
It
riding a
does,
bike.
dude.
And it's like,
Yeah.
but I don't got to ask my mom if I can go outside and play.
You can go do it.
Fuck, I go do it.
Yeah. I remember I ran, and I want to say more than half the race dropped out. I could see why. I remember just laughing because it was just so muddy.
Yeah.
Muddy and messy. I mean, mud up to my waist, like just filled with mud. Everyone's having a good time, laughing. That was
But what
one of the
kind of
best races I had.
If you have adverse conditions like that, that's a lot better memory than, oh yeah, it was sunny and 70
true.
and there was 83,000 people.
Right.
It's like, no, man, all these people quit.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
I'm with
quitters.
you. And how long have you been riding motorcycles, dude? Like since you were a kid or what?
No, I started when I was 21.
Okay. So
Yeah.
for like fucking 80 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
kidding.
82.
So like 21? Was it
I
like
think I
street
would-
bikes or did you go straight to Harley stuff?
No, I bought a Honda VR 45 or something.
Okay.
Little crotch rocket. It was like I lived at home, and I go, I want to get a motorcycle. Mom goes, you can't get a motorcycle.
It's not
so
in
like
this life.
So I just listened to my mom. So I didn't get one. And then like a couple months later, I go, I'd really like to get a motorcycle. She goes, why don't you get one? I go, because you told me not to. She goes, what am I going to do? Kick you out? I go, well, I guess not. I guess I'll go get one.
That was it.
So then I went to go check it out, and I took my ex brother-in-law, and I go, the guy goes, here, you want to take it for a test ride? And I go, fuck, I don't know how to ride. I go, he'll ride it.
Yeah.
So he test drove, and he goes, yeah, it's good. You should buy it. So I bought it. And
When did you move
riding.
from doing street bikes to riding Harleys?
I bought my Harley when I was like 30.
Oh, so you were on like
Yeah, I
some
was
crotch joggers for a minute.
Yeah, I had one that I needed repipe on the condo I owned. So then I traded the Honda for that. Then I was without a bike for a while, and then
Right.
blew a truck up. Then I bought another motorcycle because they were cheaper. So it was like, yeah. So I bought a motorcycle for a little bit, and I think I sold that for something. And then I go, I want a Harley.
Okay.
Went and bought a Harley.
Dude.
93 Heritage.
What? Did you buy brand new?
No, it was used.
So you've been riding for a crazy long time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you seasoned man, dude. Where's that bell? Hit that bell right there, dude. There we go. Send that thing over here. I forgot we have that already.
I tried to read it, but my eyes are bad.
Yeah, it's this bell. Everyone can see. Because one of our monthly review hosts, Danielle Balthazar Cravat, she moved away and she couldn't be on the show anymore, so she left us this bell. It says Danny's Legacy. That's what she said. That's what she wrote on it.
Okay.
Freak, it is what it is, dude.
Right on.
We have a 9/11 ride coming up.
Yes.
What can you tell people about that? I think we need to get more people to go and join.
Yeah, it starts at Cook's Corner. 9/11 is on a Sunday this year. We're singing the national anthem. They open at 7, so you're going to have breakfast. Men of Fire, we're going to be up front. Mm-hmm. The ride leaves at 9 o'clock. Goes for, I think it's for like a 45-mile loop.
Is that like a poker run? I didn't look at the flyer all the way.
It's no poker run because there's too many stops. It's just going to be at like 45 miles. It'll take us about an hour and 15, 20 minutes to do. No, it's kind of hard in the middle of Orange County to go ride. So we're going to ride through the canyon. We'll get on the toll road and then get back. Then we'll probably have a raffle, an auction. We'll sell some T-shirts and remember.
And drink a lot of beer.
There is a lot of beer.
There's going to be a lot of beer being drank.
There will be.
It'll be a good time.
It will be.
I'm going to be there.
If it's not a good time, it's your own fault.
Yeah, you're a freaking loser for not having a good time.
Life's about having a good time.
I'll be there. It'll be a good time. I think more people should go. It's 9/11 ride. That's, of course, on 9/11 this year.
Yes.
Which is Sunday, right?
Yes.
So Sunday at Cook's Corner, I'm going to be there. I'm going to ride. I'll have my bike. Speaking
You
of
got a
which,
bike?
Yeah, I still have my bike. My big wheel. It's beautiful, dude.
I thought you were going to get an Indian. And I was going to laugh at you.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to talk about this right now.
Okay, let's talk.
Okay, why don't you like the Indian? And this is for Shafe and all the dudes out there in our club who are getting the Indian Challenger. We got to try and put this to rest here. Why do you think people are hating on the Indian Challenger so much?
I don't know.
Because it's a Polaris?
Honestly, I don't know. I have a Harley. That's what I have. Probably because there's a Harley dealership on every street corner, so when it breaks down, it's easy to go fix.
I mean,
there's not a lot of Indian dealers in every town.
But I don't see Indians breaking down that much, you know?
I don't know. I saw Shape pushing his off the freeway.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Dude,
wait a minute.
Did you not see that video?
No, dude, I've been stuck on a 410 schedule.
Dude, this is like a couple years ago.
I'm trying to... Wait.
Him and Caddy were riding together.
Okay, but that wasn't an Indian. Was it an Indian?
He's always had
I thought he had
Indian.
a victory.
Whatever.
Oh, see, dude, it wasn't
I don't remember.
Hold on. This, you know what? This is what we're going to do, dude. We're going to call...
Don't call him. It's his wife's birthday.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's her birthday.
Oh, shoot. I can't... Okay. Well, fuck. Well, Mark, if you're listening to this and watching, I tried to call you. It's your wife's birthday. We're going to respect that, dude. We get it.
Because I talked to him on the way over here.
Oh, you did? Why, were you nervous?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Bro, this is easy.
Well, it is easy now.
Yeah, we just sit down and talk. You know, what I mean? Everyone gets so nervous when they come on. I'm like, guys, it's...
Yeah, but I don't like talking about myself all the time.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing. People got to know what you're doing, dude. You could be inspiring a lot of people right now. Who knows?
Well, I could be. I mean, I do know that because people go, dude, you do so much stuff. It's inspiring. It's like, well, I don't do stuff to inspire people. I just do stuff because I want to go do it.
Hell
and
yeah.
if people glean, inspiration from it, then that's good.
Well, you know what it is? I've noticed is a lot of people live in fear. They live in comfort. I think comfort's a slow death, and they don't want to push themselves outside of their comfort zone and try something.
Oh, yeah.
Because think about when you start your adult life and you're doing your career, whatever it is, right? For us, we're in the fire service. When's the last time you did something for the first time? How many times? And a lot of people will live in the routine.
Oh, yeah.
Routine of life and being comfortable and doing this. Like, well, I'm just going to go to work and I got to do this and I got to provide, which is good. Don't get me wrong, because responsibilities come first. Understand. But you also got to kind of I think it's healthy to explore. It's healthy to try new things that aren't illegal.
I think a lot of it is people like mediocrity.
Yeah.
They do not want to push the envelope like what you're saying.
Well, and that's why they'll look at what we do and think we're nuts. And for us, we're like, well, we're not nuts. We just like a challenge. We want to try something. And we're still giving back. We're doing it for charity.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. But I mean, also, at least after 50-mile runs, I'm freaking hurting, dude.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's terrible, dude.
How bad is it the next day?
Oh, well, it's not. I learned to do active recovery, which I'm sure you know, but it's like as soon as the race is done, I don't just not do anything. I will go out, I shower, and then I stretch, roll up my legs, and I go walk for 30 minutes, come back, stretch, roll up the legs, walk for 30 minutes again. Next day, I'm pretty good.
Wow.
It's not like...
When I grew up, I want to be like you.
Well, dude, it's active recovery. Because you'll see people at these races. Like, I usually stay overnight in Catalina.
Yeah.
And the next morning, you'll know who's in a race.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're walking stick figures so hard. It's just like, that guy didn't stretch, man.
My kid thought it was funny. We were in Hawaii when we raced because he was in my crew. I booked this really bitchin' condo.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was on the 3rd floor.
Oh, no.
I had to walk up 3 flights of stairs.
No elevator, dude?
No.
Whoa.
And my kid's videotaping me.
That'd be, dude,
And it was funny, and I was trying to grab him, but he stayed one step away from me where I couldn't grab him. Little shit.
Oh, my God. I really want to know your thought is.
Yes.
What do you think about alien life? Do you think there's other life in this universe?
Pony said you were going to bring this up.
God fucking Pony!
He goes, probably going to talk to you about aliens. I go,
thanks a lot, Pony Boy. God dang it.
What's that show? It was with Josh Brolin. What is it? Outer Range?
Yeah, that one's pretty gnarly.
Okay, I just saw that, so.
Well, I only watched I think I only watched the first episode. I didn't finish it. You know what I'm watching right now? Westworld. I'm on episode 7 of season 1. I'm so into it right now.
Dude, I started binge watching so much shit.
Wait, you stopped or started?
I started different stuff. Someone told me to watch Force 4, I think it was.
Okay.
It's on Stars, but it's like. Then I go, oh, the season's over, and they go, yeah, but now you got to watch Power. It's like.
And you're retired. You got none but time, dude.
but this series is it starts back with the drug dealers in New York.
Yeah.
And it's got, then I'm looking, and it's fuck, there's 6 seasons of this and 10 episodes per season, an hour a slot.
Yeah.
So I got 3 seasons in, and my wife goes, you can watch it now by yourself. Just keep me informed of what's going on. Because then they have another series of one of those spinoffs. There's a shit ton of them.
Oh, dude.
But I'm hooked. I'm hooked in.
It's hard, dude.
Once I watch 2 episodes, it's I don't care if it's a shit thing. I got to watch it to the end now.
Well, so I've been watching Westworld, and then there's
I don't even know what Westworld is.
Dude, it's gnarly, man.
Every time I hear Westworld, I think Waterworld.
Okay, so
that's what my first thought is.
You know the sad part is Waterworld was a flop.
I know.
I think it's a great movie. I think it is. I think it's an awesome movie. Whatever.
I don't even think I ever saw it, but that's what I think of.
Westworld. It's like this world. Of course, it's like a Western times. Right?
Okay.
But people pay to go in, and the town and people that are in there are actually like these robots with skin, and you can do whatever you want to them. They look like humans. They operate and act like humans. But people pay money, like $40,000 a day, to come in, and you can shoot them and kill them. They can shoot each other, kill each other, but if they shoot you, they can't kill you. But you can go in anything goes. Anything goes. Murder, rape. I mean, everything. You can sleep with, the harlots, all that type of stuff. It's gnarly, dude. But then it starts to build this backstory of why it was created and the creator of it all, what he was trying to do, and how some of these robots are starting to have real human feelings and be able to think cognitively and make decisions, not just because they're told to, but because they almost have like a conscience. It's really interesting.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a lot of nudity.
I'm almost
A
in.
lot of nudity, dude. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like Game of Thrones, dude. Game of Thrones is just tits and dragons.
I think I've only seen one
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
One episode of Game of Thrones, and that was when it was at work.
Everyone loved Game of Thrones, but I want to say like most of the men probably liked it because of all the sex scenes, dude.
I never saw it.
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. It was good. But that's what I'm watching right now is Westworld. It is what it is. But dude, forget Pony Boy. Okay, man. Pony Boy, what you doing, man? Anyways,
Aliens.
Do you believe that there's extraterrestrial life of something? I'm not saying green Martians.
I don't know. Sometimes I think like maybe we're just a molecule in some other thing.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be kind of silly to think that we're it. I don't know.
Oh,
that's deep thinking.
I was just wondering.
I'm a surface thinker, man.
I always like to ask. I want to see people's perspective and views on that, what they think. You know, like, I don't know. Or if they ever really thought about it, or, dude, like, this is crazy what's happening. Like, they can't explain all the stuff that's flying through the U.S. airspace or around the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, how do you explain some stuff?
I don't know. The one that really shocked me, dude, you might have seen it, like, in the news. I think it was last year, but a Navy ship.
News? Do we even have that anymore?
Dude, I don't even know. Who do you believe? That's what I want to say.
Facebook? Just scroll by the shit I don't like. Honestly, where I don't even know where you get the news anymore.
I don't know, but I think that is the best fucking joke, dude. I think it's funny.
But that's actually not really that far from.
Well, no, I mean
thinking.
there's a lot of articles that get on there.
Oh yeah,
you'll read, right? I mean, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
100%.
You got to know how to sift through it and figure it out.
Well, you can't get any news anywhere. I mean, everything is slanted one way or the other.
It's agenda driven.
No matter. I mean, I remember watching ESPN, and it's like, well, why are we not talking about basketball or football, whatever it is? They're talking about, current events.
Yeah.
I want sports. It's hard to get.
I just laugh because there's some people that are on like Facebook and they'll put an article up and they will die on that thing, dude. They will fight everyone tooth and nail and leave gnarly comments. There are times I'll just find the craziest articles just to look at the comments. I won't even read the article. I just want to see how people just lose it on freaking Facebook.
And it bit me in the eye. It's like, oh, this is interesting. And I'll post it and I'll go, something to think about. And I didn't even read it. And they'll go, did you even read that? It's like, no. Maybe I should have.
Okay, so you posted it without even reading it?
Oh, yeah.
You could be total porn.
Oh,
it's
like, whoa.
Woo! I love you, Rick, dude.
It's like, wow. Didn't think that one all the way through.
That's funny, yeah. Oh, man. There's one I think is hilarious. It's called the Babylon Bee. It's all satire.
Oh, and people think it's serious.
People think that one. Okay, there's another one. The Onion.
Yes.
The Onion has the funniest news article headlines.
See, I'll click on it. And I won't look at like the small print, like who it's from. It's like, oh, this is interesting. I agree. What the fuck is this? Oh, I just wasted 5 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, long time ago, I would used to post stuff on there, but there's some people who are really sensitive on social media. And for me, like a lot of like my social media is very, I don't put in my private life up, but I put a lot of stuff of like motorcycle riding or surfing or skydiving, just fun stuff I do with my life. But then I like to put up a lot of funny satire and memes. But like I noticed on Facebook a long time ago, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different generations of people. Like it's for everybody now. And some people don't understand you're joking.
Oh, no.
And the next thing you know, it's like, I'm praying for you. I think what you posted was very inappropriate. You're just like, what? It's like, a joke, dude. Chill out.
What the fuck did I post?
I thought that once.
And then I'll read it and I'll go, that can't be what they were talking about. I'm kind of lost here. What we're talking about?
They get so upset.
Yeah.
I could care less about Facebook now, but I for a while I used to just like you just post it and just disappear. Just leave it, dude. I let people just talk. That's why now I'm telling you, dude, go on Facebook, look at some crazy articles by like CNN, ABC, TMZ, Fox. Just read the comments.
Oh yeah.
People are insane. They are so sold out and will die on some of this stuff. I mean, it's like, you should kill yourself. You're like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, relax. I don't know. I think it's just interesting, man. People
We are
dealing with
interesting times.
Very interesting times, dude. But Rick, one last thing I want to talk about. Because you're in the fire service, I'm still in, and we do a lot of stuff with Fire Hooligans with John Breeden. Dude, the importance of mental health in our first responders,
Yes.
and how it needs to be kind of continue to take the forefront. Like, what's your thought on it, man? Because it used to be taboo, now it kind of isn't. But a lot of people are really starting to say, like, speak up,
Yes.
talk. You know?
Yeah, I went to a conference. That conference in Tucson a couple months ago, and it was cycle in the morning, have lunch, and then go 2 different classes.
Yeah.
And you have to pick your classes before you go. And it was the Quail Foundation, and it was like they had like one of the agents at the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Oh.
I go, I don't think I want to go to that. I don't want to relive someone else's PTSD. And then this guy over here, and then they had the Oklahoma City fireman that carried the baby out. Like, I don't want to go to that. And it was like signs and symptoms of PTSD. And so I tried to pick stuff that I could more relevant. And one of them, I think I ended up in the wrong class.
Okay.
And it was Chris Fields, who was that Oklahoma City fireman. And because on the way there, I was talking to my dad, and I told him I was going to a PTSD conference. He goes, "Well, you don't have PTSD, do you?" I go, "Nah, I got probably a little scarring in the brain, but I'm good. I didn't see a whole lot of stuff in the 28 years."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because I'm thinking it's like 9/11, the Oklahoma City bombing,
Right.
big events that is going to scar you.
Yeah.
And give you PTSD. And it wasn't until I heard Chris talk about it wasn't Oklahoma City that gave him PTSD. It wasn't the 30 days afterwards. It was he went on a normal 95-year-old guy died in his sleep. And then he had to tell his wife. And the guy's wife just started bawling on his shoulder about, how am I going to live? I've woken up next to him for 65 years. And just listening to him tell that story of it wasn't the big call, it was the little one. And then I reflected, how many times have I gone in on, calls like that?
Yeah.
I wasn't a medic and I was a captain, so I didn't have to deal with them, with anybody. I just carry the gear back out to the rig and wait to leave. And it was at that point that I go, it's PTSD isn't just the big calls. It's the little splinters in your finger that never go away.
It just
Because
adds
it's
up,
more and more and more. Yeah. And I was talking to a therapist, and she goes, if you had one call that could cause that kind of stress, over the course of 28 years, you're looking at like over 5,000 PTSD calls.
Wow.
She goes, and most people in their life only deal with 5 or 10, a divorce, a death, stuff like that. And it's like, I go, wow. And she goes, yeah, you got like over 5,000. That's only one a day.
Wow.
That's a slow time.
Right.
So it's like, I could only imagine. So it's here. It's with us. All of us have it to some degree.
Yeah.
When you're in the fire service, and it's becoming more prevalent, but it's still something I deal with. It's like, I kind of think like, no, just deal with life. Keep it inside. Just don't show an emotion. Just walk through it. And it's like, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I'm, a lot of PTSD and I'm dealing with a counselor, but I look at like, if I have a little bit, how much better will my life be if I have none of it?
That's a solid point.
Yeah,
that's a solid point.
So.
No, it's good you bring it. I mean, we're talking about it because we don't want it to be taboo. I know, and that's a big reason. Like, I love our club so much.
Totally.
Love being in it. It's a great way of being together with people who are like-minded, who know what you go through. A lot of them, it's a great mix, I think. Older to middle-aged to younger guys, whatever. But we all can learn so much from each other.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so much advice I've gotten from the guys who are older, who've been through divorces or different promotions at work and different. I mean, it's almost like being in the firehouse again.
Well,
but there's no
but-
pressure of running calls. You're actually having just fun
Not
the
like
whole
that.
time.
You got to worry about HR. You say whatever you want, not worry
If we
about
had
it.
an HR department, it'd be up in flames, dude. Oh my God, there's no way. Everyone would quit. Not us. The HR department, we can't
shut the
handle.
club down.
Yeah, right. We'd be
Cease
like,
and desist.
try and shut the club down. You
Right.
can't, we'll burn this place, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important for people, especially first responders. You know, I think both of us have a big heart for firefighters, but our first responders, speak up. I think it's important.
100%.
I have a therapist that I go to, and I think it's a good thing because we see a lot, we go through a lot, and then you're expected to come home and be a husband, a father.
Well, and that's a big point too, is because I know a long time ago I used to come home and tell my wife like, "Oh, we had this call and that call," and then at one point I just got in my head, I'm not going to tell her shit. I'm not going to tell her anything about work.
Yeah.
And she goes, "How's work?" I go, "Fine." "How's work?" "Fine." "How's work?" "Good." "How's work?" And she goes, "Why don't you talk about work anymore?" I go, "You don't need to know what I went through."
Yeah.
And,
Well, it's hard to relate.
I don't want to burden her with the stuff that I see. And I know that some guys at work that I worked with is like, "So what do you do when you have like those bad calls?" He goes, "Oh, I just go tell my wife." It's like, fuck, I don't want my wife to see what I just saw.
Yeah.
And so with that, I started never telling her. And now she's a therapist. She's a social worker. I go, "How's work? How's work?" And I go, "You can talk to me." And she goes, "I don't want to burden you and take up your brain space
Yeah.
with it." And it's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Because, our brains only take so much.
Yeah.
And I remember the worst call I ever had. And my brother goes, "Dude, what was the worst call you ever had?" And I go, "I don't want to talk about it." And he goes, No, I want you to tell me. What was it? What was it? And so I started telling him. I'm about halfway through the call. And he goes, "Dude, that's fucked up. I don't want to hear anymore."
Yeah.
And I go, "Fuck you. You're going to listen to every goddamn word because you made me start to relive it."
Right. You want
And
to hear it? You're getting it, buddy.
I don't want to relive that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I kind of stopped a long time ago burdening my wife with that.
Yeah.
And so it's like, your wife isn't the one you need to go talk to. She may listen and you may scar her a little bit, but
We want to protect your home. You want to protect your little kingdom and your private life. I mean, it's important to have.
I think
professional
finding therapists or that deal with PTSD is
it's changed my life for the better.
Yeah.
You got to talk to somebody, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to a point where you're just like, okay, I'm not okay. Like, there's something wrong here. I'm not finding joy in the things I used to find joy in. And like, success is great. Our job is great, and it brings a lot of freedoms for us. Things that we can do. But I think people don't understand how much it wears on us, and actually it starts to kill you and tear you down.
Oh yeah.
And then, the men and women in the fire service, I hate to say it, but it's a bravado ego thing. Well, I got to show that I'm tough. I'm a firefighter. I'm serving the citizens. Like, yo, if you're having a tough time, you can talk about it. Like, you got to bring it up because everyone has a breaking point.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be at that breaking point.
One, it's usually not the big things that are going to make you break.
No.
It's the shoelace of broke. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, they're like,
why?
what's this guy snapping right now?
It's like, dude.
yeah, I just spilled a cup of water. Like, what happened?
Yeah, totally.
No, those are good points, man.
I mean, I remember a while ago was like, I think the average age, life expectancy after you retire was like 5 years.
For firefighters, right?
Yeah. It was like, oh, I'm never going to quit then.
I know.
Then I'll never die.
Yeah. Well, something interesting. I'm going to do some more research on this, but did you see, I think it was IFF or CPF, but a lot of the unions put out this article this past week or two.
I don't work anymore, so I don't get that shit.
You don't know. But our turnout gear has cancer-causing agents in it. It says, what's it called? PFAS or whatever it's called. And it's actually in our turnouts, and that's what's in a lot of this foam. I think it's Class A foam or something like that we were putting on fires.
Frank's real big on that.
I know he is because he had it on his rig.
Yeah. Well, everybody did.
Right. And that's caused a lot of cancer. And you're telling us that all the turnouts that have been made throughout the United States, we'll just say that's given out through all these firefighters and all these departments, we're wearing this cancer-causing gear. Dude, my thought was like, oh boy, there's going to be some lawsuits coming out of this. I mean, there's going to be lots that's going to change. It's just too bad. And that's why I say, I freaking dig this job so much, but people don't understand how much it tears you down and kills you.
No.
It's wild, dude.
I mean, we're still learning stuff. I mean, I remember when I first got on, it was like gloves were a big thing, but it was like not everybody was using gloves.
Right.
You know, I remember some medics pulling out the finger to make sure that they could check for a pulse before they start an IV. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
That's so wild,
you know?
dude.
I mean, right before I got on, it was like BAs. You know?
I was to say BAs weren't big for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got to be a smoke eater. And it's like, now everybody. Yeah. You know, so I know when I was right before I retired, they were looking like, okay, they were coming up with some policies about, are you going to wear your turnouts after a fire?
Yeah.
They're like bagging them, putting them in the back of the rig, and then taking them.
Standard now. Yeah.
You know, and then trying to come up with different ways. It's like, okay, should we get like saunas?
Right.
To like sweat everything out so your body doesn't absorb it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
We can go off on that tangent.
Oh,
cancer
too.
too.
That'll probably be a thing. I'll bring
That's probably
John, you, and Frank back to just talk about.
It's all.
It needs to be heard.
There's a lot of. I mean, the PTSD is big. You know, the cancer stuff, stress.
No, big time, dude.
Yeah. But it's been a great ride. It was fun.
Oh, I can imagine, man. I can imagine, but I mean, you hit a great. You did your time.
I did, and I left on a
served the
good
community
note.
well, dude. You left on a great note. I remember going to your station, riding through, dude. I was so.
I was told they'll never do that again.
Oh, dude, were those guys shocked at how many of us came?
I was shocked at how many came.
It was so rad.
I swear to God, you know how that all happened?
No, well, I thought you just said, "Hey, everyone, show up here.
Nope.
We're gonna start."
We were in Sturgis,
okay.
And I was talking to Biscuit, and he goes, "Dude, it's tough. Your last day. You got to have a couple friends here when you turn in your gear." And it's like, okay, I'll plan a ride. Maybe 5 or 10 guys will show up. And then it was like COVID was still kind of bouncing around, and I threw it out, and then it was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people coming. How many people were coming? It was like 25 or 30.
I think it was well over 30.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
And
we rode through the fire station.
Oh, I know.
Dude, the fire truck took us to the freeway. That was rad.
That was really cool.
That's the best one I've been a part of so far.
I've seriously thought about going back to work because I had a year to be able to go back to work.
Oh, wow.
Just so I could retire again and have another ride.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. Well, dude, we're going to wrap this up. I have one question for you. We always do this at the end. This is more not inappropriate, but this is personal that deals with 2 of our friends.
Okay.
And you got to answer. You got to give me one answer. It's nothing crazy.
Maybe.
You have to go.
Kill, marry, fuck?
No, you don't want to do this with these guys. You have to choose one person. One of them you're going to go on a 1,000-mile ride with, and the other's going to die. You have to choose between Ponyboy and Cadillac. Who are you taking?
Wait, what?
Someone's going to live and someone's going to die. You're going to go on a 1,000-mile motorcycle ride, one of them, the other one's dead. You got to pick between Ponyboy and Cadillac. Who the heck are you picking?
What kind of fucked up question is that?
I love it, dude. I love it.
One's dying and one's riding?
One's dying, one's riding, dude. Who are you picking? Who's going to ride with you?
I'd say whoever rides the fastest.
You don't want to give me a name, do you?
Fuck, no, I'm not giving you a name. And I'm going to say whoever's going to ride fastest so we know whose motorcycle that is.
Ponyboy?
He's probably got the fastest bike in the club.
I would say he has the fastest bike in the club. Guys are going to hate to hear that. They're going to hate to.
You ready for this?
King of the baggers, man.
You ready for this?
Indian Challenger, what do you got?
We were in Nashville, and Doghouse bike broke down. It was hot. It was like 100 degrees. We're on the side of the road.
Dude.
And so Pony pulls over, and he goes, hey, I'll give Sheila a ride back to the hotel. I go, okay. So he gives a ride back to the hotel. I get back to the hotel, and I go, how was it? And she goes, you're not going to like to hear this. I go, what's that? And she goes, his bike is so comfortable. I go, really? I had blown out shocks. I found that out when I was at Sturgis.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably might be why.
Not really. Because then she's ridden afterwards. She goes, his bike's still more comfortable.
Dude, I'm telling you, they got something going on there, dude. They really do. They really do.
If I ever buy another bike, I would look at it.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say, well, it's got inverted forks and it's this and it's that. It's like, yeah, all that stuff is good, but you got to push it to do that.
It's true.
Pony pushes it. I'm not sure everybody in the club that has those bikes do.
Yeah, I'll neither confirm or deny, but I'm looking for one.
Yeah.
I have a lot more time now, so but I'll be there 9/11 ride. I think we have Chapter 5's Halloween ride. We'll probably bounce that out here and talk about it with those guys. But we got some good rides coming up. It's good to finally be back on a normal shift so I can be with everybody again.
Yes.
But Dude,
This is fun.
Rick, thanks for coming on.
Hey, call me and let's go run.
Dude, I'm in.
Yeah.
Crystal Cove is my training ground. That's where I go, man. I'm there all the time.
That's like
I'm in, dude.
20 minutes from my house.
Hell yeah. I'll surf in the morning first, and then I'll go down to Crystal Cove. It's like this, I have this loop. Go surf a couple hours, get dressed, drive up, go run, hit the freeway, come home.
I haven't surfed in 15 years.
You need to go surf.
I know.
Okay, so I need to start calling you, making you go surf with me?
Yeah.
Are you going to drive over here?
Yeah, or then you can come up to Dana Point and then we'll go to Crystal Cove.
Okay. Deal.
Pinky swear?
Look at my guy, dude.
You know, I'm a dad and a grandpa.
No, dude, you get it. Well, Rick, we usually do a let's go on 3 where we, once I count to 3, we both say let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And that's it. Thank you for listening in, everybody. I'd like to thank our sound engineer who makes this podcast happen and makes us sound very good, Stephen Clark. And to our first sponsor, 89 Barbers. Look good, feel good, be great. Come get your haircut at 2 locations, Long Beach and in Orange, California. Your appointment can be booked at 89barbers.com. That is BARBRERS. 89barbers.com. Again, look good, feel good, be great. Check it out. That's my barber. He is the man. Thanks, everybody. Bye.